So today this video is about what you should know about overages. Now, I always tell people I am not like this guru or, an expert at this, because quite frankly, I don't know how anybody could be like a total expert in this, because literally every state and county is different. Like, honestly, I have worked various states thanks to all my masterminds and to all my students that has made me research and look for counties that I probably would have never even knew about. So thank you, students, for believing in me. I do want to give a shout out to you guys for doing that. And so basically, what I think you should know, and this is just something that just recently happened, because I'm still, some of you guys know, I'm still processing claims from masterminds last year. That's why I haven't had a mastermind yet this year, because it entails a lot of work because it's just me processing them. But interesting enough, finally got a check for one of my claimants for one of my students. And so I was telling my student that, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that the county took all this money. So what you thought you were going to get, you're not going to get. And I was explaining to her, however, while I was explaining this to my student, I also had sent an email to the county asking, how is this legal that you guys are literally taking like 25% from this, not only the claimant, but my student that I was helping do this overage. And needless to say, it's still crickets at the county. And so this is what I want you to know, is that a lot of the county workers are not real estate professionals. So if you're trying to go at this alone, you better have some type of idea of real estate, period. My student, she has worked for title companies, but I don't know if she would have known this. I'm actually doing all the work for her because she works a full-time job. And part of my mastermind is we do 50-50 and I carry on the torch. I'm saying this all to say is that because I've been in real estate for so long, the answer that they gave me was unacceptable, and I was able to combat with them because I actually am a real estate professional. However, you don't have to be a real estate professional, but it's always good to have someone that you know, or to bounce back if someone was to give you some clap back, which is what the county did, right? The county, I was like, how is this legal? I was like, show me on your website, show me a civil code that gives you the authorization to take this amount of money. And they responded back with, well, your claimant isn't the only owner on the property. Now, I do want to give this disclaimer. Every county is different. So sometimes there may be two claimants on one claim, and the county was like, it doesn't matter, just one claimant could sign. Some of the counties are like, no, we need all the claimants. So it just really depends on the county. But in this particular instance, the county was like, well, it's 4 owners, so each one gets 25%. And because I'm in real estate and I understand real estate, which a lot of people probably don't tell you, along with getting the forms, along with finding the claimant, a lot of times in the claim forms, they want you to verify with a deed, which I do go over that in my course. I don't know if other people do that in their course and tell you, but you do have to oftentimes have a recorded deed, and a recorded deed of the owner prior to the auction. So I have a video on the number one mistake most newbies make. Most mistakes newbies make is going after the new owner as opposed to the claimant. So you do have to have the deed, but you want to know that you have the right claimant as well. So anyway, needless to say, because I'm in real estate, I went to the county. I actually already had it, the title search for this particular property, because of course we were in the process. So I do that as part of my package, is confirming that these are the owners of the deed prior to the auction. Needless to say, they haven't came back, and they've been avoiding my calls because they basically misread the chain of title. They're saying that there's 3 owners when there's actually only 2 owners. So it's really important to have an idea of what the county is asking. Number 2, understand the chain of title, because guess what? I guarantee you the county worker, the reason why they haven't responded and they're avoiding my calls is because they don't know what to respond to, because they're probably not real estate professionals. So what I want you to know is that every county worker does not have all the answers. So what I want you to know is that don't believe what the county is telling you, because 9 times out of 10, there's people that do their job, and then there's people that over exceed their job, meaning if they don't know the answer, they'll guess. And then you have those people that will just tell you they don't know, or that it's not possible because they don't want to go do the work. I've had tons of people hit me up on IG. People send me emails telling me their stories about how they've tried. That's probably why I don't even be on Facebook, because I get so many questions, and it's evident that they don't have like a coach, or they're trying to figure it out on their own. And I'm not encouraging or inspiring people to actually get a coach, but you're going to pay for it one way or the other. You're either going to pay for it in time, figuring it out on your own, or you're going to pay the money and have somebody help you through a quicker result. So I say that all to say that if you are going alone, I don't want to discourage you, but I do want you to know how to deal with these county workers. So basically, these county workers do not know what they're talking about. So if someone tells you, oh, you can't get a list, it's proprietary knowledge, or they'll tell you, oh, this claimant cannot receive the money, you need to basically question everything. So the moral of this story is, don't believe everything a county worker says, and to know that they are not experts in what we do. And I was just really excited and happy to know that, I do have the background and I have the knowledge of how real estate works. And so that's why I would also, you could use this video, or you can use this with a conversation for a claimant, the reason why they would want to use you. Like, my claimant had no freaking idea. Oh my God, this is like, if you're listening to this video, another thing, maybe I should do another video on that, but I'm just saying in this video too. So I've had some students say, well, I don't like the fact that if they are owed $50,000, that I tell them that it's between 20 and 40. Well, I'm so glad that my student followed my instruction and told the claimant that it was going to be less than what was actually owed. That's another thing. Never tell the claimant what you're going to get. Now, of course, this business is a free-for-all, so anybody can do it. Somebody else had called this claimant, although we already had him under contract. Someone else had called and told them the amount. That just lets me know that that person was untrained. So I'm saying this for those that go about it yourself. Don't mess it up for us, and don't mess it up for everybody else. Don't tell them the total amount, because guess what ends up happening? The claimant called me and was like, what's going on? I was promised this amount, and you sent me a check for this amount. That's the very reason why you do not tell them the total amount. Now, I knew the amount, and I already was questioning it, but it had been so long, I wanted to pay the claimant something, right? So it's really important not to tell them the total amount, because then the county will play games like this. And so it's really important to have yourself on, your stuff together. But most importantly, know when the county is giving you some type of excuse, to know when it's BS or not. Period. End of story. I would say if you're new and you do go on this on your own, to, I don't want to say be combative, but be like the curious kids. Remember when we were kids and we just was like, but why, mommy? But why, daddy? But why? If you're going to go on your own, I would suggest doing that. So anyway, I'm going to conclude this video with that's what you should know about what you should know when working with county workers. They really don't know anything about nothing. They most of the time just go and do their job, which is not much, or it's very focus driven. So hope this helps, and happy overage investing. And I hope that some of you guys can make claims, and I hope that some of you guys will become my students. Happy investing.